Nowadays, workplace relationships are placed under a microscope. No one wants to offend anyone or get human resources all up in their business. So, most of us keep a professional distance and separate our work from our personal lives. Sometimes, though, mixing the two is unavoidable, especially if you're crushing on a colleague. Wondering how to tell if a guy likes you at work under these circumstances? Well, here are 8 sneaky ways you can find out. Number 1, he shares his personal life. Most employees make a fair attempt to keep their personal lives private at work. After all, we usually want to avoid any judgment and act as proper as possible. A guy who likes you will start to do the opposite because he wants you to get to know the real him. This sign might be one of the most important ones. It could not only mean he likes you, but also that he's a more genuine person than just the typical dude at work who wants to hook up. Number 2, he tries to connect after work. He can't get to know you in a cubicle or during a 30-minute lunch break, so this guy's gonna need more time. He may start out friendly by inviting you and a group of others out after work. This is being a good old sport, and it doesn't mean he likes you. Yet. If he then extends these invites to one-on-one hangouts after work hours, it gets personal. Extra points for him if he comes up with an invite that's more creative than just getting drinks or a bite to eat. Number 3, he asks you about your personal goals. Work goals are a part of the job. It's not personal if your coworker asks you how your project is going or how many lunch specials you've served this week. A guy who's truly crushing on you will ask you about your personal goals, whether it be about your studies, ambitions, finances, or hobbies. He may find out you're training for a 5K, for example, and ask you now and again how it's going. Or if he knows you plan to move into your own place, he could follow up and keep you motivated to make moves. This is the kind of support offered only by a potential future boyfriend in the making. Number 4, he's always making jokes around you. A guy who makes you laugh will always be attractive. In fact, in one large study, it was found that humor was much more important for women in a relationship than for men. This guy wants to make you smile, and he seems to put quite a bit of effort into doing so. Of course, there is a line to joking around at work. If he's over the top and gets annoying, you may just have a man-child on your hands. But hopefully he can rein it in and only use jokes when appropriate. Number 5, he tries to connect on social media. Whenever a colleague adds you on social media, you definitely rethink all of your posts and photos, don't you? I know I do. That's why most of us only accept colleagues on things like Facebook or Insta if we really know them and want them to know us. Hence, why a guy who likes you is going to reach out through these platforms. Number 6, he smiles at you from a distance. A slick smile from across the hall as he passes your desk or during a meeting is the equivalent of a flirty guy putting his hand on your back in a non-workplace setting. Since coworker dude won't physically touch you and shouldn't in the workplace, he'll go for the flirty, discreet second of smiling. Number 7, he's always there to help. If this man is extra helpful, he might just be nice. If he's only extra helpful to you and only you, however, that's some targeted affection. A guy who's crushing on you at work will look for ways to impress you and help you out, especially if otherwise his job keeps him far from you. For example, you might have to finish filing something in your office, so he offers a hand, even though this has nothing to do with him and he works on another floor. Or maybe you need to do something outside of the workplace or even after hours. You know he's going to jump on that train if it means he can spend some solo time with you. Number 8, another coworker notices the tension. Sexual tension is a real thing, and sometimes you can almost cut it with a knife. While you may feel it, it's always good to have a third-party confirmation to make sure that it's mutual and isn't just you daydreaming. If another coworker you confide in comments that there is definitely chemistry between you and this guy, it seems like he likes you enough that even other people notice. If your dude coworker does at least half of these things with you, there's a pretty good chance that he hopes to get to know you more outside of work. Remember that people are different on the weekends than they are during work hours. So our piece of advice is to really get to know this guy before you let it get romantic. If it works out though, we're rooting for you. Let us know what happens in the comments. And don't forget to give us a thumbs up and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, and I hope you have a great week.